between two ends of law enforcement tonight because the FOP says prosecutors in the Ray Tenzing case threw a Cincinnati police officer under the bus. Good evening, everyone. The jurors in the Tenzing case have called it quits for the day. They're back at the hotel where they are being sequestered.
But while we wait for a verdict, local police officers are bent out of shape. Local 12's Brad Johansen is outside the Hamilton County Courthouse to continue this hour's coverage of the retrial. Brad?
Well, Rob, what Seth Tieger used in his closing arguments yesterday is what has angered the FOP. What he said was Shannon Hine is part of the good old boys network, and that this investigation wasn't handled properly. Joining me now is Dan Hils, who is the head of the FOP downtown. Ray Tenzing is not in your lot of the FOP, but you were angered by this because why?
Well, Shannon Hine is, and the members of the Cincinnati Police Homicide Unit, they're all members of FOP 69. And I've had the opportunity to watch them in action many times in police-involved shootings, and of course, you know, in homicides when I was a street boss. And there's not a finer bunch of professionals in police work than our Cincinnati Police Homicide, and they're not part of a good old boy network. Our homicide unit in the past has charged police officers, had been part of charging police officers. Shannon Hine in particular had been in internal affairs for quite some time and had been part of prosecuting police officers. Nobody involved is part of a good old boy network. What they are is extremely capable professionals who would go wherever the truth takes them. And what happened in this particular case is Shannon told the truth, as she always does, and she has the utmost integrity, and apparently the prosecutor's office did not like the truth that she had.
You say that the investigation was handled properly and that the prosecutors used what Shannon used in that investigation and what Ray Tenzing told them during that investigation. You also say that prosecutors were apparently present during this investigation?
Yeah, my understanding is prosecutors were there during the interview process. They weren't in the room. That was handled by police officers, but they were there. The prosecutor in this case, in the closing argument, he himself, I believe, is on a shooting team that responds to police-involved shootings. So, you know, we're talking about somebody that has closely worked with our homicide unit, closely worked with our police department. He knows the nature of the professionals that he's speaking of.
Will this cause an issue between the FOP and the prosecutor's office?
You know, I think the world of Joe Dieters. I think the world of the people in his prosecutor's office. But, you know, I cannot deny that this is very, very disappointing to me, and that's the way I've expressed it. I'm disappointed.
Conversations to be had after this trial?
Yeah, at some point I'm going to want to sit down and I'm going to want to talk to Mr. Dieters about this and about some of the things that have been said and about the emotions and everything that's come involved in this case.
Dan Hils, president of the FOP, appreciate your time in joining us, and we will continue to watch as we do. Rob, we are in front of the Hamilton County Courthouse. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Brad, thanks very much. Local 12 News has several crews inside and outside the Hamilton County Courthouse as we await the jury's decision. When the verdict happens, we'll bring it to you live here as well as local12.com. You can also get first word of the verdict by signing for the text alerts at local12.com under the news tab if you like.